Greetings everybody! I hope you're all having a wonderful day and a wonderful 2026 so far. So we're nearing the end of January, so I decided I'm going to work on some Valentine's Day cards since that's the next upcoming holiday. I have about 4 to 5 designs I painted and recorded videos for, so it'll be a couple of weeks of some love-themed greeting cards. I have prints available on my Etsy page, so please go and check it out if you're interested in any of my greeting card designs. I also have quite a few other products available on my Etsy. I have die-cut, water-resistant stickers, as well as some bookmarks available. Alright, back to the video. So the inspiration for this card was actually an ice cream cone I ate a couple months ago. It looked very aesthetically pleasing with where the light was hitting it and how it was scooped on the cone. So I snapped a pic and it's just been patiently waiting for the perfect moment to be used in my reference folder on my computer. For materials, I used Turner acrylic gouache and some Prismacolor colored pencils. One thing I regret about this piece is that I did not use any masking fluid on the text or ice cream cone. I've never used it with acrylic gouache before, so I'm not sure if it would even work like it does for watercolor, so it slipped my mind to even try it out. It would have made it so much easier to paint the background if I had covered the letters in ice cream with something. But oh well. So I started off the painting by painting in a kind of dark cream colored base on the letters in the ice cream cone. I wanted there to be a darker undertone and then I'd build up upon that with lighter colored paint. And after that, I started on the background. This is the part where I started to regret not using masking fluid. I had to be extra careful about not painting over the letters and the little melting bits that are coming off of them. It was kind of annoying and I had to force myself to be patient, even though I really wish I could have just painted the background and then rubbed off that masking fluid. You'll see that there are some spots by the letters where the brighter paint didn't blend very well with the darker blue. Since I had to be weary of the odd shape of the letters, I wasn't able to blend the colors together very well. Next, I started painting the letters in a little bit more detail. I aimed to make them look like they're the same flavor that the ice cream is. I did discover that I had a little bit of a pickle with the contrast of the colors. The cream color of the letters blended into the background a little bit too much in some spots. I hoped that it would resolve itself after a while when I started to add the shading, but it didn't. So that was something I would have to try to work on later on in the video to try and fix. Next, I started to work on the cone. I was trying to make it pretty simple. I didn't want it to be too fancy, but I also wanted it to be somewhat bold. So I added some pretty harsh, dark shadows by the insides of the diamond shapes. And it was at this point that I realized I forgot to add the gradient shadowing in on the cone to give it some dimension. So instead of waiting for the gouache to dry that I already put down before attempting this, I just went for it and I painted the shadows. That obviously wiped away some of the hard shadows that I had already done, and I am going to have to redo those once that gradient shadow dries. Now I'm just adding highlights and working on the detail of the cone. I took a break from the paint and grabbed my Prismacolors and started using those to make sharper and more defined lines on everything. I just really love using the combo of colored pencils and gouache. Even though my brand of pencils constantly breaks because of that stupid wax core, they still look great when you put them on paper. So I cut out most of the video here because this process is pretty repetitive. You get the gist of how I'm using them right now with adding them onto the shadows of the lettering. So here's where I'm fixing the contrast issue with the background. I decided to use a blue grayish color and added some water to it so I could still see some of the previous colors I used for the background. It really helped bring it all together. It really helped make the cone and the letters pop out a lot more. As we're nearing the end of the video, I'm just adding some fine details to the piece, like the chocolate chips and some hearts to fill up all that negative space. Again, I do have greeting card prints available on the Etsy if you want to give this to that one person who makes you melt. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!